The car that keeps passing your house is linked to someone from your past. What they are planning will shock you. Archangel Michael says, the sound of the same engine every evening is not a coincidence. That car, the one you've noticed more than once outside your home, is not lost or mistaken, it is intentional. The energy it carries is old, familiar, and heavy with memory you tried to bury. What's more disturbing is what the driver knows about you, knowledge that could only come from your past. They are not a stranger. The connection they hold to you is one you never resolved. They've watched you heal, watched you grow, but their return is not inspired by your happiness, it's driven by unresolved bitterness. They have something they want to finish, and their intentions are cloaked in silence, not kindness. You are not imagining this presence. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The car slows each time it passes, just enough to see through your window. They are checking when your lights turn off and when you leave your house. You felt this sensation before, like eyes watching without blinking. What's coming isn't just a visit, it's a plan in motion. There's a name from your past tied to this movement, a person you once trusted. That trust, however, was taken and twisted. The tires roll across the street like whispers that won't go away. Someone wants to shake your foundation, hoping you'll fall back into the place you worked hard to escape. But your strength now is not what it once was. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, this isn't just about memories. The person inside that vehicle has held on to something that you left behind, a photograph, a letter, a moment that should have been forgotten. But they didn't forget. They weren't ready to let go of you, and now they're circling like a shadow looking for a way back in. Not out of love, but control. What they lost, they now want to possess again. This energy is dark and misdirected, but heaven has already started intervening. That car's presence is a signal to you, not to be afraid, but to prepare. You are being guarded. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Every evening you notice it, that moment is a cue for you to spiritually fortify. Their movement is calculated, appearing when they think no one will question it. But Archangel Michael has placed a sword at your doorway. Heaven is not blind to this tactic. The person who sent that car holds resentment, not closure. What they want is to stir your peace and unlock your past so they can damage your present. They've spoken to someone else about you, a mutual connection who unknowingly gave them information. They used social networks, a phone number, or even an old photograph to retrace your life. But God knows their route before they plan it. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They have watched from the distance and memorized your schedule. This is not love, it's obsession. Their return has a hidden motive, cloaked in false intentions. If you have felt uneasy, it's not paranoia, it's protection trying to speak to you. The air becomes tense when they pass, not because of fear, but because of warning. Their thoughts carry no peace. They were never healed from what happened between you. And instead of moving on, they stored your name in the corner of their mind where regret meets anger. Now, they've returned not to apologize, but to test your boundaries. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, you are no longer who you were back then. The person they think they're approaching is long gone. What stands now is someone born through fire, risen through battles. You've rebuilt yourself brick by brick, while they have been stuck in the same moment for years. That's why they're circling, because they never moved forward. Now they're trying to bring you back to a cage you've already broken out of. The most dangerous thing about their plan is its subtlety. They're not rushing in. They're waiting for the perfect opening. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They believe that if they linger long enough, they'll find a crack in your wall. That you'll let curiosity open the door. But your intuition is strong now. You've already felt the urge to pull your curtains more tightly. You've already double-checked your locks. That is divine nudging, listen to it. This car is more than transportation, it's carrying an old spirit. One that watched you from behind smiles and silence, but never wished you peace. They are trying to return not to build with you, but to break you quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Their name will soon come up in conversation, and you'll feel the chill run down your spine. That's when you'll know for certain. You may see a mutual friend post about them, or receive a message that seems innocent. It's all part of their slow re-entry. But the archangel has already disrupted their plan. Your angels have been standing watch even before you noticed the car. Each time they pass by and feel unsettled, it's not because of their power, it's your spirit rejecting their presence. The more they linger, the more heaven seals you in divine protection. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They carry a box, perhaps metaphorical, perhaps real, that holds something tied to you. Something they believe will bind you emotionally. It could be photos, gifts, old letters. They want to present it like a key to your past, hoping it unlocks doors you sealed shut. But your soul has outgrown those rooms. Your life no longer fits in their narrative. They are hoping to find you vulnerable, tired, and uncertain. But instead, they will find someone prepared, awake, and shielded by divine light. They underestimated who you've become. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says, there is a divine wall rising around your home now. Not a wall of isolation, but one of light that burns away false intentions. The more they try to reach you, the more exposed they become. There will come a moment when they are forced to stop, something divine will interrupt them. Maybe the vehicle will stall, or a neighbor will question them. Something will intervene. And in that moment, their spirit will tremble, not from fear of being caught, but from finally realizing they cannot reach you anymore. The path back to you has been closed by heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Their final move is coming within days. They will try once more, a different approach, a message through someone else, a sudden phone call, or a mysterious delivery. But you will know it's them. You'll feel it before you even read the message. A weight will sit in the pit of your stomach. Your discernment has become your shield. Let no one convince you that this is coincidence. This is a soul trying to pull you back into a story that no longer has your name. You've closed that chapter, and heaven burned the last page. Type Amen to get blessing 616. The person from your past never healed. They stored envy, confusion, and heartbreak like stones in their pocket. And now they walk back toward you with a heavy load, hoping to toss it into your life. But you've been chosen to remain elevated. That's why Archangel Michael assigned extra protection around you this week. That's why your dreams have been different lately. Every sign you've received, every chill, every dream, every repeated number has been guiding you toward awareness. Do not ignore it. Your soul has already begun defending you. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. They think they know who you are, but they are not ready for the person you've become. You've been reborn. You no longer react, you discern. You no longer rush, you pray. You no longer trust blindly, you watch in silence and let heaven speak before responding. And heaven has spoken, close your door to this energy. Don't be afraid. Don't be anxious. Be ready. They are almost here, but heaven is already one step ahead. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The car's engine hums again, just like the night before. It idles across the street for several minutes longer this time, as if daring you to look. But you remain still, because now you know, the one inside is not seeking forgiveness. They are calculating every move, counting on your silence to open a door. But the heavens are not quiet. Archangel Michael has already drawn a line they cannot cross. They think this is a game of control, but they are walking into divine resistance. Every time they drive past, an angel marks their presence. And each time, their strength withers. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The next step they are preparing is personal. They want to show up, unexpectedly. Perhaps in public. Perhaps through someone you don't expect. They are watching your patterns, your routines, where you shop, when you walk. They want you to feel their presence before they even speak. It's intimidation through familiarity. But heaven has begun to disturb their access. They are feeling delays, frustrations, and closed doors in places they didn't expect. That's divine interference already at work. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They'll try again, through emotional leverage. They know what used to weaken you. A story from the past, a sentimental trap, or a lie that sounds like a regret. They'll say it wasn't their fault. That they were confused. That someone misled them. But behind those words is a motive they haven't confessed. They want something from you, something you're not supposed to give anymore. Your energy, your trust, your attention. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. You will notice strange signs soon, random messages, calls from hidden numbers, shadows moving near your window. It's not paranoia, it's confirmation. Their presence is close. But this time, instead of fear, let that confirmation stir clarity. You've already won this war, even if they don't know it yet. The battle is already declared finished in the heavens. You are not alone in this moment. Every part of your path is now illuminated by light that confuses darkness. Their confusion will grow. Type Amen to get blessing 303. They had help, someone told them things about you. Someone who didn't know their intentions fully. A conversation that felt innocent became a seed of information. That's why you must now protect your space with higher vigilance. Not fearfully, but faithfully. Even those who mean well can accidentally open the wrong door. They've watched your online activity. They've searched your name. Their curiosity is not rooted in reconciliation, it's rooted in obsession. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Archangel Michael says, their next move will fail. Because it's already being rewritten in heaven's books. What they planned will backfire. They underestimated how far you've come. They thought they were chasing the same soul, but yours has evolved, armored, anointed. They will not be able to reach you. Soon, they will feel it. The rejection not from you, but from the divine energy that surrounds your life now. That invisible barrier is more powerful than any weapon they carry. Type Amen to get blessing 121. This person may resort to guilt, bringing up things you once said, things you once did. They want to make you question your growth. Don't fall for it. You are not who you were. You are not bound by past mistakes. You are not someone who owes them anything. They will try to recreate a bond, but their memory is selective. What they left behind was pain, and that wound has scarred into wisdom. That's what they didn't expect. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. Their voice may be soft, but their intentions are heavy. They want to drain what you've filled with light. Their compliments will sound like comfort, but behind them is a strategy. Do not feel pity. Feel clarity. You are not obligated to open what God has closed. They will pretend to be broken just to get close. But heaven sees through acting. And Archangel Michael is already assigning silence where you would have spoken before. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. They have been warned spiritually already, not to approach you again. But their ego keeps pushing them. That's why their path is now filled with unexpected barriers. Their phone will lose signal. Their vehicle may break down. Things will go wrong every time they try to get near you. This is spiritual warfare happening in silence. You may not see it, but heaven is loud in unseen ways. Their frustration will grow, and eventually, they will back off. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. You may feel tempted to respond when they finally reach out. But pause. Let time and prayer be your guide. Their words may be dressed in remorse. But time will always reveal if it's real or manipulation. And right now, it's manipulation wrapped in memory. Let your silence be your answer. Let your stillness be your shield. Heaven is louder than any message they send. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. They will ask about your family, your health, your plans. But not out of care, out of curiosity. Do not give them that access. What they ask for, they want to use against you later. Let them be confused. Your elevation is not up for discussion. Your peace is not available for their investigation. What they lost was divine protection, not just your presence. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Archangel Michael says, you must begin closing the final energy portals they left behind. Old photos. Forgotten gifts. Saved messages. Remove them. These things carry more than memory. They carry energy. And that energy is like a signal flare to the past. It's time to seal all exit points. The past cannot haunt what is sealed in divine fire. You are not meant to live in cycles, you are chosen to rise in completion. Type Amen to get blessing 626. You'll soon have a dream, a very specific one. In it, their face will appear, but something will be off. That's your spirit telling you everything. You'll feel cold when they smile. You'll feel silence when they speak. Pay attention to that. The spiritual world speaks in symbols. This dream will be a confirmation. They are not meant to enter your life again. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. This person will speak badly of you when they fail. They will twist their story to others. Let them. You do not have to defend yourself anymore. Heaven defends those it anoints. And you have been anointed for elevation, not explanation. Let them talk. Let them create versions of you that no longer exist. You are free from needing to correct lies. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Archangel Michael says, this was the last test of your old life. You've faced betrayal, disappointment, delay. But this was the final shadow. Now that you've seen it clearly, your blessings will begin to move faster. New doors will open. Unexplained peace will surround you. And as for them, they will disappear as fast as they returned. Because heaven never lets darkness live long in light. And your light is blinding now. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, the final confrontation is drawing closer. The shadows that once circled your home are beginning to dissolve. Not because they chose to walk away, but because they were forced to. Your spiritual light has grown too bright. What once attracted them now repels them. They are realizing that the version of you they remember no longer exists. You are stepping into the version of yourself that was born to be untouchable. Heaven has made it official. You are no longer accessible to those who bring confusion. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. The person tied to that car has tried their last trick. They reached out to someone close to you hoping for a crack in the armor. But that person, unknowingly touched by divine influence, blocked the attempt. You didn't see the full conversation. You didn't need to. The divine realm has begun to erase messages meant to confuse you. Their plans are unraveling without your hand involved. That's what makes this spiritual, when your absence becomes more powerful than their presence. And now, they are running out of time. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. They will try one final time to confront you face to face. But even that moment has been prepared by heaven. You may be in public, or walking alone, but you will not be unguarded. Their words will tremble. Their voice will shake. Because by then, they will no longer see a person, they will see divine protection surrounding you like armor. They may try to ask, why didn't you respond? But heaven has already responded for you. Their access has been revoked. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. The car will pass one last time. But this time, it will not return. Because their energy will be rejected by the very space around your home. Birds won't sing when they pass. Winds will not move. Even the air will feel like glass to them, because divine resistance has become physical. You may feel a strange calm on the day they stop. That's closure arriving quietly, without a door slamming. That's the sound of deliverance. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. You may never receive an apology. But you will receive peace. And peace is louder than any regret. That car, that presence, that plan, all of it was permitted so you could see how far you've come. So you could close the chapter with clarity, not pain. You're not the same person they left. And now, they're the one without closure. Because their story required your downfall, but you rose instead. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. From now on, your steps will feel lighter. Your mind clearer. Because nothing lingers anymore. This was not just spiritual warfare, it was spiritual graduation. You passed the test not by fighting, but by standing still. And stillness was your loudest answer. The angels rejoiced the moment they saw you refuse the bait. The moment you kept scrolling, didn't reply, didn't react. That was divine maturity. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. Your timeline will now shift. Doors that were paused will swing open. People who hesitated to bless you will now feel pulled to assist you. Your home will feel lighter. Your sleep will deepen. Your energy will be preserved. The person who sent that car will begin to feel the weight of their own obsession. They'll wonder why things are falling apart for them. And in that silence, they will be forced to face themselves. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. Your purpose is too sacred to be shared with old wounds. The divine doesn't build on broken foundations. And you, my dear, are being prepared for elevation. Expect the unexpected. A sudden opportunity. A divine message. An offer that felt stuck will now move again. Because heaven has confirmed you're ready. Not just to receive, but to protect what you receive. This time, no one will steal your peace again. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Archangel Michael says, you were never meant to remain in the same cycle. That's why it felt so heavy, because your soul outgrew it long ago. And now, your life is being redesigned. Everything that was delayed is being redirected toward you. And every attack that was planned against you is returning to its sender. That person will begin to feel the weight of every move they made. Not because you cursed them, but because they tried to curse someone covered in divine light. And heaven defends its own. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. Do not check their page. Do not revisit old memories. Do not speak their name aloud anymore. Your silence is not weakness, it's sacred. Your stillness is not fear, it's wisdom. And your distance is not anger, it's healing. Every step they take away from you now is forced by heaven's will. You are too anointed to entertain confusion. And they've finally realized, they can't reach you anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. They'll keep wondering how they lost you. But the truth is, they never had the healed version of you. They only knew your unguarded self. Now, heaven has put a seal on your heart. One that can only be unlocked by divine hands. No more access for anyone operating in ego. You are not the same. You are not repeating. You are rising. And this time, you're not alone, heaven walks beside you. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. This moment marks a turning point. Your timeline is shifting upward. The spiritual attack has ended, and blessings are flowing again. Your name is being mentioned in rooms of opportunity. Your face is being remembered for favor. And your presence is being prepared for promotion. The time of delay is over. The time of return is over. The time of divine compensation has begun. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. That person will remember your strength for the rest of their life. They'll never forget how you didn't respond, but still, you rose. They'll dream of you. Not as a warning, but as a lesson. Because God uses people like you to teach others that healing cannot be forced. Let this be your closure. Let this be your confirmation. You've made it out of the cycle completely. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Archangel Michael says, you are now in the territory of answered prayers. Every seed you've sown in silence is now returning with harvest. Expect rapid movement. Expect divine acceleration. Expect sudden peace. The car is gone. The shadow is gone. The obsession has returned to dust. What remains now is your light, stronger than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 8383. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.